Hey guys, I'm Archie, and welcome back to the third part of Let's Build a House Sangria Sunset. And I just noticed there's a pile of clothes in the hallway there, so if I don't do anything about that, I do apologize. I might fix it, I might get rid of it at some point in the video, but I don't remember. Anyway, this part we will be doing the two children's bedrooms, and the master bedroom, and also the ensuite and the backyard, like the outside entertainment area, I guess. And right now we're just doing the girl's bedroom downstairs. It was intended for a girl, but it's not overtly feminine. I mean, there's flowers on the wall, but it's not like bright pink or something like that. And I did get a comment on the last part about the teenager's bedroom that it was a little bit too pink still, which I thought I was trying not to make it too pink. I mean, I used pink in it, but I was trying not to just do pink and, you know, like baby pink and that kind of stuff. But in this room, we do like a blue color that you see there, green and orange. Actually, basically the exact same colors I've been doing throughout the entire house. Except it looks a little bit different in this house. I use different shades of green and orange to mix it up a bit. And I think that there looks so good with just that curtain and the bed and the bedside table. And I don't think I do, but I hope I fix that bedside table clipping into the curtains there, because that really annoys me. And I also put in a rocking horse in this room, more of a rocking zebra, I guess. And I'm not even sure if your Sims will be able to use it, just because I had moved objects on, and in my mind it was more of a decorative piece than a functional toy. But they might be able to use it, and if they can, they can. And if they can't, maybe you'll be able to move it around a bit to find room for it in the room where it will work. Yeah, already running out of things to talk about as usual. Yeah, just going for more green and things. I do put a lot of decorative wall items in this room, which I ended up liking. I put these shelves here from, what was it called? Midnight Hollow, and I changed them up a bit. I just wanted to make this room look kind of lived in, because to me it did kind of look like a bit of a showroom, like one of those rooms you would see in like a magazine or something. That didn't really look like a kid lived in here, because I know my room would never have looked this nice when I was a child, that's for sure. There was crap everywhere. I mean, even today, but I mean, as a kid, it was toys. Today it's just clothes and empty pizza boxes. But I do in a second put in some, where I think right now, yeah, those little paintings on the wall, which make it look a little bit more lived in. Kind of the thing that the mother would be like, oh, you know, or the father would be like, hey, let's put your paintings on the wall. But yeah, don't know what to talk about again. I do not put a computer on that desk on the table there, because I know I certainly didn't have a computer when I was a child. I got my first, well, we had a computer in the house, but I didn't get my first, like, my own laptop until I was 17, and I had to pay half of it for myself, and the other half I got for my birthday. But you see kids these days that are like, I don't even know how old, running around with computers. Like, I think it's even weird to see like a 14-year-old, 13-year-old with their own computer, just because when I was a kid, you know, I'm heaps old now and all that jazz. But yeah, it was weird. And like when I was at school, if you did happen to have a laptop, you weren't allowed to bring it to school. Like, you weren't allowed to. And then I think maybe a year or two after I finished high school, they just switched it all up, and everyone from year 9 or grade 9 onwards was able to have their own computer, which that just blew my mind. That just seemed weird. Anyway, back to more relevant things. I'm doing a little feature wall in the teenage bedroom, which I didn't do last time for some reason, but just to, I don't know, make it look a little nicer. And I think I'm basically done with the downstairs now. And here we are starting with the master bedroom. I didn't really have a plan when I was doing the interior for this, so I was just kind of, I don't hate how it turned out, but it's not my favorite interior ever. I just kind of go with a a beigey color and a blue and a bit of white, which doesn't look bad, but I don't know, it could look better if I was more into doing this. And again, I mess around with this bed here for a very, very long time. Like I've said a million times before, beds and rugs cause me a lot of issues. Not issues, but just I hate trying to recolor beds and rugs because if you don't do them right, they just end up being this big, gross pattern because they occupy such a large amount of space. So having, you know, this odd texture or this odd pattern on your bed or your rug just makes it it can just throw the entire room off. But I just went for a very plain white bedspread, which up until recently I wouldn't have done. But I saw a couple of houses a couple of pictures with houses that had a white bedspread, and I'm like, yeah, you can totally do that. Like, why can't you do that? So I went for a white bedspread, and I've been doing that a little bit recently, actually, just a plain white bedspread, which in real life would be horrible because I wouldn't say I spill things often on my bed, but I'm often eating food or drinking on my bed, and I am prone to spilling things on my bed. So for me, that would be a massive no-no. But it looks nice. It looks nice. And that bookshelf there, I really love. I forget where it's from. I'm pretty sure it's from a store set, but I can't remember the name as usual. And I don't keep that chair. And that lamp there, I do love those big lamps, but it's too big and clunky, and I get rid of it eventually. I do this thing with the chair here, which I've been doing recently in some of my builds, and I may have even done in the downstairs, if I remember correctly, where it's one of those couches where you can join them together, and they, you know, can go around corners and things, much like counters. And much like counters, again, you can Control-Shift-Click and delete a part of it if you join two of them together, and it will delete it as it is. So in this case, I have that seat there with only one arm rest, which, I don't know, just makes it look a little bit more fancy. And the problem with that, which you will see in a moment, if you do decide that you want to do that and then you don't like where you've placed your chair, or you just want to move it a little bit, it will reset the entire texture and the arm will go back. And I think, yeah, see right there, I just moved it and I have to do it all over again. I have to recolor it and all of that jazz, which is kind of annoying. So do make sure if you do that you're happy with where it's sitting. And I think we're almost done with this room now. Just putting in, again, a plain carpet, just because it would have looked off if there was some big texture in that room. And just putting in some decorative items that I'm stealing from downstairs. Oh no, I actually went back into miscellaneous objects. I do not keep that, what's it called? Lifesaver thing. I don't know, what are they called? I don't know, someone will let me know. I keep the ship wheel and the oars there, but I get rid of that thing because it just, the red didn't fit in with this room. But I just put in some little seaside decorative objects to make it look a little bit more beachy. And I do actually like the oars there. They fit well with the room. And that big blue painting, which I absolutely love. I think it's magnificent. Just a nice piece of artwork, even in real life. Which we're not looking at it right now, but if we do turn around, it's on the back wall. And then I think we are almost done. Almost done. Here we go. And now we're gonna be, I forgot some windows apparently. Now we're doing the walk-in, or walk-through, if you will, wardrobe that leads on to the ensuite. And you have a him and her side of the wardrobe, which I guess could be either side. I mean, I put high heel shoe rack there, so I guess that's the her side. But, you know, whatever. It's not even functional, so who cares? Put in some downlights in there, which I think I get rid of and replace with the invisible lights that you get from, what's it called, Buy-Debug. And yeah, I was just too lazy to go into Buy-Debug to get those lights. So you see throughout the house, instead of putting temporary lights, I've just chucked in 1,000 of those little lights, which don't stay there. At the very end of the video, I go in and put proper lighting throughout the house. And I do a funky thing with the shower in the master bathroom, or the ensuite, if you will. Just, I don't know, a homemade shower, I guess. How would you describe it? I've put in one of the public showers that you can get that are just, you know, the tap and the spout, and the Into the Future glass there, with a half wall, and use move objects on to make it look like it, I don't know, to make it look like it was a half wall with glass over the top of it. But it did glitch out a little bit. As you can see there, the texture on the wall becomes much brighter, and I don't know what the deal with that is. I did try and fix it, but it didn't work, so I don't know what the deal with that is. But I do like this master bathroom. Usually I don't spend a lot of time doing bathrooms and things just because I'm lazy, but I had a big bathroom here because I wanted to put in that corner bath which you see there, and I don't often use that because I just put small like, for me, bathrooms are usually an afterthought. Like in my house, I want to put in as many bedrooms as I can, and I want to maximize space, so I try and make bathrooms as small as physically possible with still being functional. And in this case I was like, no, screw it, I just want a big master bathroom with the corner bath and all of that jazz. So I spent a lot of time on this bathroom here with decorations and things like that, putting in rugs and shelves and things on shelves, which you'll see in a moment. Even right now, so I put in some shelves, which here I just copy all the decorative items from downstairs because I was too lazy to try and think of what I could put on the shelf. So there is a lot of repeating of decorative objects in this house, only because I did do a lot of decorative space. Like there's quite a bit of, you know, shelving and just random decorations around. Make it look more homely, because it was a family home. Well, it is a family home, I guess. So it had to look lived in. And here we're doing the boys' bedroom. It was a toddler's bedroom, which this is another room that I really like in this house. I don't know, I went for like a blue and a red theme, which you'll see in a moment. Wanted to make it look very, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I wanted it to remind me of my childhood. Not that my room looked at all like this, but I don't know why. It reminds me of just, I don't know, being a little boy. Being a little boy with little boy things. But I like it. Putting in some red things. That change table that came with, well, it is store content, and it came with something. Maybe, was it Aurora Skies? Maybe. I don't entirely remember. But putting in this really gross base game chair, which in the context of this room looks really nice, but otherwise, yeah, that really, it's like the cheapest chair I think you can get. So, and also those Generations pillows, throw pillows, which I struggle to find places to put them often, because you just need, like, you know, a corner with nothing in it, or just like this big space. But it looks really good there, chucked in the corner. I didn't even recolor them. I just chucked them in the color they were in the catalog. Oh, sorry about that, I had to cough. Talking for this amount of time at like 6 o'clock in the morning. It's probably why I don't sound the best, if you've noticed. Just trying to chuck in some more decorations and things in this room. Running out of things to talk about again. Although I am really looking forward to doing all the decorations and things in kids' rooms in The Sims 4, because from what I've seen of pictures so far, there is a large emphasis on lots of decorative objects in the base game of The Sims 4, which is something we didn't see we had to wait for a lot of store content and things like that for The Sims 3 to get all of this decorative items that can make homes look really much more finished, much more complete. And especially with the ability to enlarge objects in The Sims 4, that'll be awesome. I can't wait for that. But there was a bit of a bug, and I hope that they fix it before release, and I'm sure they will, hopefully they will, where if you were to enlarge an object in the game, and then save the game and exit, and then enter back into your lot, the object would rescale back to its base game size. But they were working on it, hopefully. But yeah, it should be good. I'm so excited. There was a huge part there where I didn't want to think about The Sims 4 too much because it was still like a few months away. I didn't want to get myself too excited, and then all of a sudden it was like a few weeks away, and I was like, holy crap, I need to like pre-order my game, I need to get ready, I need to do all this stuff. But now it's like a week away, and that's crazy. I can't, well, even less than a week if you're not in Australia or Europe. I think even I think someone told me that in Asia they also get it on the release day of America for some reason, or I may have made that up. You correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, the point is, there's not very long to The Sims 4, and I'm really excited. And here I'm just adding. I noticed that I hadn't actually put in. I mean, there was a computer in the teenage girl's bedroom, but I hadn't put in like a communal study area, which is necessary. So, just in the hallway here, I chucked in a computer with like a desk and a little lamp, and I think now I just try and fill the hallway with some like some paintings and things to make it look less bland. And on the I do not keep that. Don't ignore that. That doesn't stay at all. I think I just put these guys in with like an orange, maybe. Oh, blue. A blue background. And I could have just cut all this, me doing hallways and things, because it's kind of boring just recoloring things, putting objects on tables, paintings on walls. And I do change up the little throw rug here on the rug. The throw rug on the rug? The throw rug on the couch. See, I've already been talking for 15 minutes and I'm starting to lose it. I'm going crazy. And I don't even know what I'm doing now. Now I'm putting all the lights in, so I'm going for like actual lights instead of just those temporary ones so I could see. And I love these lights in kitchens and things. I don't know what they're called. Like, not downlights. Downlights are those little ones. You know what I mean? Those ones there that are on like on a rack. I don't even know. I can't think of words today. And I think I just go for repeating lamps in most of the house. Those simple round ones that come with Island Paradise, maybe? And I was just getting lazy with lighting. And I'm just fixing up some little things with the exterior here. And I go to do the backyard now. Oh, do I? Yeah, I do. I wasn't entirely happy with the backyard. Oh, there's a puppy sitting at the door. I didn't put any puppy things in this house, actually. I forgot about that. So, well, the family doesn't actually come with the download of this house, I don't think. So, there won't be a dog. If you want to put a dog in here, you could put like a dog bed and stuff, whatever. But, yeah, I'm not entirely happy with this backyard. Kind of took me a while to work out what I was going to do with it as well, because it's not a huge space at all. It's actually quite a small space. Like, there's not much room for a swing set or anything like that for the kids, but I don't know. I put in like a barbecue area and table and chairs and things like that. So I did this really cool thing with these Island Paradise chairs that are just kind of these grody, cheap plastic chairs, and I decided to make them all fancy colors just to make them pop out a little bit more, and it looks really good. I think I got that from Deligracy. She, I think, in one of her builds used those chairs, and it just looked awesome. So thank you, Deligracy, as usual, for giving me ideas that I would steal. And I don't even know what we're doing now. We're just moving things around. These chairs from Island Paradise, I love them. I think they're awesome. Not in the context of like a normal modern house, but in a beach house where you're going for really bright and colourful. They look fantastic. And mucking around with some colours some more, as usual. I think that's about the gist of the backyard. I don't think I put anything more in there. I think I changed up the colour of the pool a little bit and put like a diving board, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just running out of things to talk about. The thing that disappoints me most about not having pools in The Sims 4 would be that I suck at landscaping, so in the case of this house, I didn't know what to do. So I was like, alright, if I chuck a pool in the backyard, that's half of the backyard taken care of, right? So I'll have to very much brush up on my landscaping skills for The Sims 4, because I will not know what to do with myself when I will not be able to chuck a pool in the backyard. And yeah, just doing some final gardens for the backyard here now. These palm trees, which came with Sunlit Tides, I think, which are my favorite palm trees, and just some general gardening. I saved this to last because, like I said, I hate doing, especially like the front yards can be fine. I don't know what it is where I can do a driveway and like a walkway to the house and it'll look nice, but backyards, I don't know what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm not sure. In The Sims 4, I'm not entirely sure if you can scale plants or not. That would be a cool thing though, the ability to scale plants, because like some of those ferns and things there, they're just massive. Like that light green one there, that's just huge, and it's really nice, but it's hard to find something to do with it. But I'll look into that. I think we're almost done. I think we're just going to be doing some final decorations, putting in a chair out the front, which whatever chair I choose I don't keep, because I remember I used one of the Bohemian Garden swinging chairs at the front, which actually I really like that chair. I should have kept it, because I've got two of the swinging chairs out the back. I guess I didn't really need one out the front as well, but it looks really nice. Adding up some finishing touches, and I do add some cars in the driveway here at the very end. A Toyota Prius, so getting all environmentally friendly. And finishing up with some interior screenshots of the house. I do really love how this house turned out in the end, especially pictures like this one here where you can see like the archways through the lounge room. I think it looks amazing, and I would totally live in a house like this if I were a Sim, and even in real life. And pictures like that little bookshelf there, just makes it look so beachy and homely at the same time. So yeah, I had an amazing time building this house. I had so much fun doing the interior and everything, and I hope you guys do enjoy this house. I will leave a download link in the description below, and don't forget to leave me a cheeky comment down below telling me what you thought. And you can always like this video and subscribe if you want to see more Sims 3 house building videos, and hopefully very soon some Sims 4 videos. And that's about it, guys. I will see you next time.